6 using new California legal ammunition. I'm shooting some other ammunition with it also. I'm shooting it at 100 yards or somewhere around 100 yards, 110, 20 yards at a target down there on paper, and see what we're doing. I shot a few shots already. I'm shooting some 110 Hornaday right now to find out where it's going. Here are the 110 grain Hornadays. They're VMAX. You can even load those in a, believe it or not, in a tubular magazine because they don't puncture and they expand very fast. They're 30-06. This isn't a very good bench rest. It's moving all over the place. I'm going to go down there. Here's the new shells we're going to try to shoot. These are all copper. All copper, 150 grain. Kick like a mule. Because the shell's about that long because it's all copper. So it's had a lot of drag in the barrel. I'm going to go down there and see what I can see. inches high at 100 yards. The pattern was 4 shots at 100 yards, probably a 1-inch pattern. And like I said, it's not real solid bench rest. So we could be coming on. I put this on here. It's a little bit cool, but it has more padding. Take my phones out of the pocket. I might accidentally break one of them. Shoot some more 110 grain Hornady VMAX. You can see the gun's popping back and forth here, so it's not real good bench rest to shoot on. And I can't even set down. I think I might have pulled that one just a little bit. Talking. That isn't very good for bench rest. I don't know how I'm getting a 1-inch group with that. The recoil is pretty light on these. This just isn't working. Rocking and rolling, rocking and rolling. For something you're going to try to test fire and sight in, it's not too good. Try it again. Now I'm going to walk up there and see how that looks. These are all 110 grain. I had a marking pencil in here too, but I can't find that. Well, shooting a pattern like that, one I pulled a little bit high, but it's shooting a pretty good pattern, 1-inch pattern at 120 yards or something like that. It's about 2 inches high, which is what it's supposed to be. Now I'm going to shoot one of these. And it tells you right here on the box about these. Now what I have been shooting is my own loads. Now we're going to shoot one of these. I want to save these for deer. It says velocity 2,920 feet. And at 100 yards it points 1.7 high. High 1.7. So we're right on. At 200 yards it's dead on. At 300 yards minus 7.5. So it's within the deer's chest, their side, where his heart is and ribs and everything behind his shoulder. So the energy is 2,839 feet at a muzzle and 2,392 at 100 yards. That's a lot of energy. Now the bullet seats real deep. This is a long bullet because it's much lighter than lead. So you got a real long bullet. And I've heard that these go through the deer and kill another deer if there's one behind it. So really it's not a good idea, but that's the law. Now we're going to shoot a couple of these. I know where the others are. I'll see if I can stay on with this. I can't. I don't have a steady rest, as you can see. Sun shining in my eyes. Oh boy. This time of day is not good sometimes. But this is the time of day I could come and shoot. See if I can get my glasses on straight. Get this wobbly thing to settle down here. That's one of the new California legal bullets that I don't have much confidence in. Wiggly wobbly. I think that I will change what I'm doing here. It's going to kick me a lot harder, but this just isn't working. Whether the other one will or not, I don't know. Let's see if I can set this up any better. I don't know. It's got a wide semi-bench rest stock on it. But I might be able to set, actually, and shoot it. It will hurt me, I know, because they kick hard. Now let's see. Oh boy, this is not good. I think I can shoot better with this than I could the other. And we don't have a shell. And that barrel sitting on that is not going to do real good for the barrel. Need a free-floating barrel, which that isn't now. Let's see what I can do. I know it's a long shooting session here with me walking back and forth, and by the way, when you're both shooting bench press, you're really not supposed to walk, because that will cause you to breathe harder and your heart beat faster. And let me go see what I'm doing here and recover from my pain. I need to put that between me and that. Right here is where we shoot from at home. The California ammo is shooting that far to the right on the target I showed you there. And by the way, right there where that other bench is how far we're shooting from the targets down there at home on the range down there. I'm going to shoot one more here of the California legal ammo. Try to protect myself from getting beat up that bullet is down in there that long. That bullet goes all the way down there that far. It's a real long bullet. And it's causing the gun to shoot to the right. Maybe I can give myself a little extra. Got to get my shooting jacket. Shoot one more of those just to see, and I don't have any left, so I got to shoot for them anymore. These shoot almost 3,000 feet per second. That was a little easier on my shoulder. Powder doesn't smell like regular powder for some reason. That was easier on my shoulder. It don't smell like powder either. It smells like those little things you set off on 4th of July that are like worms. Let's see now. Where's shot? We got 2 more of them. See, the copper bullets are climbing. That's them right here climbing. I'm shooting to the right just a little bit. These are the 110 grain Hornet A. And here's the others. I need a better bench rest. I would be shooting a lot better than that. There's all of the 110 grains there. This is the 150 grain California legal along with this. That's where we're shooting. I'm going to shoot one of the silhouette targets out there with 110 grain. Barrel's still good and warm. What happens here? See if I can get this. My shoulder to protect me a little bit. I have a shooting jacket, but I left it behind along with several other things that I was going to bring. That helps a lot. Now, like I said, setting a barrel on that throws the gun off also. Brass on the ground. I've killed about 85 deer with this rifle. Bullets are going about 3,000 feet per second. That's about the size of a deer's chest right there. 40, Frank Kiriakis bought this rifle for me when I was hunting for him. He is a hunting guy. He said he wanted me to shoot a gun with more than one bullet in it because I was shooting a Ruger #1 all the time at that time. Rifle, Macmillan, semi-best dress. Roland Rodriguez bedded this rifle for me. It has a Leopold scope on it. It's a Remington. A Remington 700 left hand. It's a BDL. About a 2.5 pound trigger. And I've had that gun, I think, from the 1980s till now. Fody saw this down at a gun store and he said, go down there and tell them I want to buy it for you. I'll give them a credit card number. So he bought it for me. And I've killed a lot of deer with it. The other gun, the 300 Magnum, my son has that one, Jimmy. And I killed about 300 deer with that one. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and come back again. Well, we're doing a little better. I weighted the bench rest down and tried to adjust the seat. And I've got a 1/2 inch pattern out there now with several shots. And of course it's still not bench rest solid. But at least I'm able to check my accuracy a little bit. I want to drop it. I'm going to be shooting high, so I'm going to drop it down. Maybe. Drop it down some. Shooting high. It's right on as far as horizontal goes. As you can see, it still is wiggly wobbly, but I've been able to stabilize it to some extent. Down here on the floor, casing. In between now, trying to get this thing straightened out. And it's a little bit, but not bench rest stopped yet. Quite a bit, and it's shaking the target. So some of my accuracy is also with the target moving. Target is shaking quite a bit out there in the wind. I'm actually shooting better than I am, except the target is moving. target's wiggling and the table's wiggling, but I've got it a lot better. I'm nailing it now. I'm shooting a half-inch pepper, and I don't know, that's pretty good with the target shaking too, I guess. Shaking on both ends. Got it down where it's almost in the bullseye. That's better. How can you really tell where you're doing when your target shaking and the table shaking? One on top of another. That's good. The gun is still accurate. Probably better than I am. I did what I needed to do. Let's go see the target. As we walk up here. Wish I could have done that to begin with. I'd have saved myself a lot of shots and a lot of grief there. I think we got it down where we want it now. Those 110 grain bullets are pretty powerful. They may even be California legal. I don't know. Copper. Hornet Day. Way down here. There we are. That's about 10 or 12 shots right there. This is after I adjusted it and brought it down. Shot one because the gun kind of slipped on me. So it's pretty much dead on. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I think there's probably a couple of them in the hole there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those, and then one down here off. But I adjusted the sight. I brought it down, and as you can see, the target is wobbling in the wind. So that's just the way it is. Over here is a silhouette. These are the 110 grain bullets right there. Hitting pretty hard. One over here. Also, I shot 3 of them there, just aiming at the bottom of the target because I'm shooting too high. Back up there to the truck and to the bench rest. So there we are. That's better. See that? We'll go back up here to the car now. Maybe we'll even shoot the silhouette. It should be a lot better. I might even drop the level on the scope again, adjust it just a little bit more. Even though I think it's probably good enough. I think that's just about 2 specs now. From here, right here to there is where my range is down there. It's probably about like here, about 45, almost 50 yards. There's Troy's house, they're building it. Look at the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful scenery up here with the fall colors. You can see up there in the Davis Canyon. We had quite a bit of snow a week or 2 ago. We got deer pellets all over here. 3 creeks running down here. One from there, and then one coming out of another one up there. Look up there at that beautiful fall colors. Mountain range is about 14,000 feet up there. Shut this off. Now I'm going to shoot a couple of times at the silhouettes. See if I got it going here. Yes, I do. It is recording. Silhouette. Power. sight straight on. And one on top of the other now. That's the way to do it. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. We did it. It's shooting almost dead on. Less than a ½ inch pattern. That's good. And still not a steady rest, neither is the target, except the silhouette. Thank you.